Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of DCUO Online. In today's video guys, I'll be talking about that Superman ally passive ability, Inspiring Breakout. The big question guys, is Inspiring Breakout, that passive ability, is it any good? Well today guys, I'll be answering that big question. So with that being said guys, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this is Superman ally, Inspiring Breakout here. That's a passive ability there we're going to be talking about. So let me read it real quick so you guys have a little idea what it's about. Inspiring Breakout passive ability, tank role. It's only usable in tank role. Upon using a group breakout ability, gives you and all allies a damage reduction shield that lasts for 6 hits or 30 seconds, whichever is reached first. Current rank bonuses at rank 10 when it's maxed out, 35% damage reduction for a 30-second cooldown. So basically the shield is a reduction shield and it mitigates, well, it prevents 35% of the damage. So it, you're still going to be getting damage. It's not 100%, it's only going to be mitigating some of the damage, so you're still going to be taking damage. Also, it's going to last either for 30 seconds if it doesn't break, or after 6 hits it's going to disappear, whichever is reached first. So there's 2 issues about this I want to talk about there. First I'll talk about the 6 hits. So that passive ability, Inspiring Breakout, is basically terrible for ads. If you're tanking ads, 6 hits, that's gonna be in a few seconds time. Ads hit, like, they do so much of combos on you, so your shield, well, I would say not really a shield, but it's an actually reduction shield, yeah, but that passive ability, that reduction shield, is gonna break immediately. It's not even gonna last, and I'm gonna show you guys how terrible this is. Terrible this is. Let me show you guys real quick here. Alright, so let me get an area here so I could pull some ads here. Pull a couple of ads and show you guys. Need a lot of ads. Maybe over here. Pull these here. Pull these here too. Alright, this is a good bit of ads here. Alright. So your tanking reads now. Pull him more. Use a breakout. It broke immediately. It didn't even last. Not even like 2 seconds. It just immediately disappeared. So I just wait for it a little bit again here. I'll pop it again to see. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see here. Alright. So about to pop it. Get ready. 1, 2, bang, it's gone. 2 seconds. Terrible vibes. If you're tanking, that is terrible for ads, guys. That doesn't really help. Lucky thing I have the Mystic here taking me back here. So yeah, so that doesn't really help for ads. The situation for ads is terrible. That passive ability, Inspiring Breakout, is terrible for ads. I think they should increase the time for it. Not the time, the amount of hits a little bit, being that is a ally that costs a lot of money, what I'm saying? Like $200 if you have to spend it out of your pocket. Yeah, so the possibility there, Inspiring Breakout. Let me try it one more time. Let me show you guys here real quick. Let me zoom in a little more. See that little animation is broken immediately. So it's like about 2 to 3 seconds it lasts for. So Inspiring Breakout for you as a tank is terrible. For group members in the group, it put the shield on 8 members. It's gonna help out, because they're not gonna be taking a lot of damage, so they might take 1 hit or something, and it's still gonna help out mitigate some of the damage. But you as a tank, that is not gonna last. It's terrible terrible. When I say terrible, it's terrible for odds. Terrible. So that's a test here. Let me do one more time. I'll show you guys here. 1, 2. See how fast that break? That didn't even help. You know what I'm saying? Terrible. Alright, that's it there for odds. Alright guys, so I just tested it there for odds. Now we're gonna test it here for bosses. I would just say the passive ability Inspire and Breakout, it's kind of good for bosses. You know, it really helps out a lot. For bosses, you know, that's a different story. It actually is a little beneficial for bosses because, you know, bosses don't really hit that much. 6 hits, they take a little while to get 6 hits because there's only one boss. If you're tanking one boss, it's going to be pretty good. So let's see how long it lasts, you know. I'm going to try to count maybe and see how long that passive ability lasts before it breaks. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, break that. That's about 6 hits here. He did about 6 hits. So it lasts a little while, you know. And then mitigating some of the damage. And heal back myself a little bit here. Alright. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hits. 4, 5. Okay, book. So it lasts a little while, you know. It's a little beneficial. You know, it could help out a little bit, you know, for when you're tanking bosses and stuff. Test it a little bit here again. I'm gonna zoom in here. Zoom in. Alright. So let me test it again and show you guys. Yeah. I'm clipping it with emulation. So it lasts a little while. Alright. So it does last a little while when you're tanking bosses, and it does help out. Alright, I'm gonna use this alone and see. Let me heal up a little bit first. Alright, after 6 hits it breaks. So that does last a little while. And it does mitigate some damage, as you guys just saw there. I'll do it again here and show you guys. Heal up a little bit. Alright. Mitigating the damage here. Some of the damage, you guys can see there. Those green numbers, that's what it's mitigating. Straight around after 30 seconds here. So pretty good for, you know, bosses. I'm gonna help out with bosses. But I just want to see odds, you know, it's not really that great for odds. You know. Odds just shred that shield. And that 35% doesn't really help with odds, you know what I'm saying? Bosses on the other hand, as you guys can see there, it's mitigating some of the numbers. Seeing some green numbers, and it's lasting a little while. It's lasting a little longer compared to, you know, that passive ability being used on ads. I think it's very beneficial for me, you know, since fire emulation shield is not 100% mitigation, and that does help out a lot when I clip them like this here. Like you can see there, I am mitigating a lot of damage. See, I'm mitigating a lot of damage. Fire lacks shield compared to the rest of the tanks, you know, of 100% mitigating shield. So the shield, Inspire and Breakout, that passive ability with the group breakout does help a lot for fire tanking. And just in my opinion, based on my testing, since I got this ally, it really helps out a lot. And it also helps out the group. Because you give that shield to the group too, and say, and I've learned somebody, or the boss happen to learn someone, they'll do a mechanic. So certain bosses, they drop aggro, and that's a mechanic, Like Felix Force jumping away from the group in that elite raid and stuff, and just jumping at one person. He normally does that, like teleport to one person. This she could help, prevent you from taking some damage. This passive ability, Inspire and Breakout, this shield here. Shield right here. Should be launching that here. So let me talk about it here a little bit, and I'll give you guys my rating on this. So the passive ability, Inspire and Breakout, as I said before, it's a 35% damage reduction. I think they should increase it a little bit, maybe make it like a 50%, make it a little stronger, and help out a lot. You don't gotta make it 100%, make it like about 50%, that will help out a little more. And they could also increase the number of hits you take before it breaks. Maybe make it like around 10 to 12 hits, make it maybe a little more usable for ads, what I'm saying. It'll last a little longer, because it only lasts like 2 seconds. Having it at 12 hits might be only like 4 seconds, but still something, what I'm saying. So my rating for the Superman ally, Inspire and Breakout passive ability, I give it a 3-star rating out of 5, 5 being the best, 3-star rating here. Because if it was 100% mitigating shield, that would be excellent. That the Clarion artifact. And if it was like, say about 15 hits, I would have give it a 5-star rating. But based on my testing here, and how much you gotta pay for this ally, and if you're using this ally for only tanking purposes, like that breakout ability, $200 is, or if you gotta pay for it, it's not really worth it unless you get it for the DPS inside, that AoE damage for the DPS inside. But getting it for tanking, it's not really worth it in my opinion, depending on your power, because for fire, it's really good for fire. Fire can make use of it. Other tank powers like rage, they got really good shields, like they got redirected rage, and then you can use harder shield, and then you could also use a supercharged movement shield like dust off or dash attack or something like that, depending on your movement. And you gotta have some good shields, because all the shields that rage have, they are 100% mitigating damage. Like rage, redirected rage mitigates 100% damage. You don't take any damage once you have the shield. Compared to fire. Fire shield is only, let me see, emulation here real quick, loadouts. Fire emulation shield only mitigates 35% of the damage. It's not 100% like other shields. So yeah guys, that was my review there on the Superman ally support ability, Inspire and Breakout. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I would like to hear you guys' views and opinions on this, what I'm saying. So yeah guys, with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys here. Blessings guys and protection to you guys all. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Peace.